Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2027 Pittsburgh Steelers.
On the visitor sideline, there's Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. These guys appear to have figured things out as of late, 4-2 over their last 6 games. On the other side, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. These guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
You see the numbers in last week's game for Warren. 25 carries, 136 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a bad game, big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Steelers first down.
Looking to throw. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First down.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he's going to step up and run. It's caught. Cameron, left side. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw again. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Fryermuth with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Opting to run again here with White. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
Okay, so they'll march backwards on the penalty there.
I don't know about you, partner. I thought that was maybe a little bit of a ticky-tack type of a call. Was that a clear block in the back when he got his man off balance? I thought that was a tough one.
Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he takes a shot at the end of that play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Burrow looking to pass. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
This is fielded at the 7. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now he's free at the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They start the drive with White. Fights him off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And he fields it cleanly. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That's good for a Steelers.
Right back to him on 1st down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 2nd and a couple.
To the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 3rd and 5.
Back at his own 49.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
Here we go.
And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Jamar Chase, 49 yards. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. They certainly made quick work. That ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And as we move deeper into the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a weekly basis. As you see here, he's the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They go right back to it for 20 and a first.
First down. It's a gain of 20.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here we go.
A gain of
Right it.
16
Turtles
yards.
up. 180.
First down, Bengals.
And Burrow going to throw again. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
On one, ready? Here we go, here we go. 180. Stop.
To the air again, Burrow. Here's White. They set up the screen. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Given 3 on the screen, he couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 3.
Set. Curve. 180.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
11 empty. 11 empty.
First down. 1st and goal.
Now Burrow.
11 empty.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here to see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
First and 10.
Hey, kid, stop.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's another Bengals first down.
Here's Burrow.
11, mighty.
And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
1-1, ready?
Moves to second and 10.
Here we go. Stop. 180. Right up.
Burrow will throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jason Myers set
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone. It looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
Here we go.
first down.
180.
Now the former Hurricane, Damian Martinez. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
17 yards. First down, Bengals.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
They'll dump this one off here to White.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
All right, ready?
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Steelers.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go. 180.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
Bengals first down. First
stopped immediately there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Burrow looking to pass. That's taken in by Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Chase the motion man right. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He'll try and do this himself. Now Burrow loses the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Hey, we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has shown up time and time again. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now, I don't think we have any choice.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throw right side. Pulled in by Higgins. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. He'll get that out to the flat to right. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Burrow. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports.
Our look around the NFL starts now. We begin at Highmark Stadium. It's the Bills at home to take on the Tennessee Titans. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. This a big play late in the ball game. The Titans had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. Next up, let's go out to Glendale, Arizona, checking in on the Cardinals. They're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And it's Josh Jacobs. He'll take it all the way, 26 yards, it's a touchdown. The Packers run their mark to 8-3 as they come away with the victory. Got one more to show you. Let's go to Denver. It's the Broncos hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. And here's the Chiefs wideout. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. It's going to wind up as a 53-yard touchdown. The Chiefs up their mark to 7-4 with this win. And a look now at the rest of the action around the league here in week number 12. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Over the middle, that's caught. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh. A short one there to Fireview. They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. That is caught. And he will have the Steelers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
For a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Steelers first down.
A handoff for Warren. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
A 4-yard gain.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
looking to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Fryermuth, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Happening on the return as we get this to about the 23.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steelers offense and their running back Jalen Warren. Headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On the give, it's Warren. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run it, Warren.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Back to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
22-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Warren. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Steelers. First down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
3-yard line. A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk
to the right side and intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score. Steelers
hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now run with Warren. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Bengals 26.
They'll keep it on the ground.
It's rolling. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Jason Myers on for the field goal.
Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start here with a handoff to White. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's White. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Derek Harmon busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Chase the motion man right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. 2nd down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Levis.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
First down. Here we go.
Up the middle they go. Warren. Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Mike 13, Mike 13.
Levis looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Up the middle they go. Warren. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Clayton. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10. At the 38-yard line. They run the counter. It's Warren. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll run. This is George Aloni. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Up the middle they go. Warren. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the run. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And they will take a knee here. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Steelers, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.